We have a house cleaner that called in and asked this question.
Hi, Angela. I have a question. I clean for VRBO and Airbnb and short-term rentals, and I've been doing it for quite some time. I have a lot of customers. All of my customers have great reviews on Airbnb and VRBO. My goal is to make sure that they always get the top stars for every rental and every stay. However, I have one lady who I recently started cleaning for who talked very bad about her previous cleaner and goes through cleaners very often. Tell me that she wasn't going to pay me because the trash wasn't taken with me. I did not agree to take the trash with me in the first place. It's kind of against my standards, especially with COVID right now. It's not something that I should do. It's something they should hire a trash company for. However, she's withholding my $250 payment for the cleaning. What do I do? Do I let it go? Can she sue me for dirty floors? Which they weren't, but we'll just say for the sake of argument, that's her argument. Or can I get my money? How do I do this? What do I do?
All right, thank you so much for calling in. There are lots of different points here that I want to hit on really quickly so that I make sure that we are all on the same page. Okay, the first thing you said is you have a lot of Airbnb or VRBO customers that are loving you and they've got great reviews from your work. So awesome job for that, first and foremost. Second of all, you said you were hired by an Airbnb owner who went through lots of house cleaners before they got to you. I want you to start listening for this pattern as you do the walkthrough with your homeowners or your hosts. As you walk through, if they give you all the rules and reasons why they fired somebody and this didn't work out and that didn't work out, it is possible they had a string of bad luck. It is also possible they are the problem, okay? It is possible they are the problem. So I just want you to be aware. And there are questions that you can ask that will help you uncover, are they the problem or did they just get a string of bad luck with the house cleaners that they chose? Now, the next thing is if it's the bad luck with the house cleaners that they chose, what I want to know next is what were the parameters that they chose bad house cleaners? Were they looking for the cheapest person on the market? Did they not verify the cleaners that they hired? Were the cleaners not real companies? Were they not insured? Were they not trained? Why would you have a string of bad house cleaners? Okay, so that would be my first question. The second question is, if it's not the house cleaners, is it the homeowner? Are they doing something weird or do they have unrealistic expectations or whatever? That needs to be clarified. The next part is on your walkthrough, you need to break down the parameters of the job. So you said it does not meet your standards to take trash off the property, but it sounds like it was expected by the host or the Airbnb owner. So that should have been clarified right up front, because if you just have your own standards and they are not communicated to the customer and the customer has expectations and they are not communicated to you, it's never going to work out. Ever, ever. Even if you're the best house cleaner in the world, even if they're the best host in the world, if you're not communicating with each other, there's a big gap. All right. So this is what the walkthrough is for. The walkthrough is to have this kind of dance where you make a move, they make a move, you make a move, they make a move, you ask a question, they ask a question, back and forth, right? Until you both have uncovered the things that are important to you. Then there needs to be an agreement. Now, the Airbnb, because it is a commercial property, they should have a trash service. I'm not saying they all do, but they should. They should have some kind of a paid service that comes and picks up your trash. Now, I'm just a homeowner, but I have a paid service that comes and picks up my trash. They come every single Monday, and they take all my trash away from the entire prior week, and they pick up the recycling. And so that is a service that I pay for just as a homeowner. So as a homeowner, they probably have a rollout curbside service as well. Now, we don't encourage, for insurance reasons, we do not encourage people to take trash off the premises. Also, if you take trash off the premises, you are liable for whatever might be in that trash. And it is possible that a house cleaner grabs something that was sitting next to the garbage can, hauls it off, and then it's considered theft because they took it off the premise, right? So we don't take trash for the most part. We leave it inside the big rollout bin that goes out on the curb at the end of the week. And so that should also be part of the conversation. It should be part of everyone's conversation. Where do you keep the big trash bins? Where do I put the trash away at the end of this job? That should be part of the conversation. All right. You asked if she could sue you for dirty floors. I've never heard of someone suing you for dirty floors. What is she going to sue you for? it's under your satisfaction guarantee. And so if you say, no, I guarantee all of my work, the floors were in fact dirty, I will come back and I will clean them to your satisfaction. That is something you should offer if you don't already. It's kind of standard in the cleaning industry. So there is a satisfaction guarantee that should be at play. Should she be threatening to sue you? I'm a little concerned. Again, that sounds like there was a cross of expectations where that should have been clarified right up front. In our presentation right up front, we say, hey, if for any reason you're not satisfied, will you please give me the courtesy of a phone call before you go blabbing on social media? Before you tell all your friends on social media that we left your floors dirty, please call me back and I will just come running right back over and I'll make it right. Would you do that for me? They go, yeah, okay, that's fair. I aim to please. I'm here to help you. All right, now, are you going to get your money back? I don't know. I don't know because I don't know this particular arrangement. This particular arrangement sounds like it had a lot of gaps in it. And so I don't know that this is a long-term ongoing relationship for you. And so how you resolve this as a business owner is entirely up to you. But what I do recommend up front is to have those conversations. If for any reason I'm not going to get paid, what would trigger that? What would be the reason you would withhold money from work I have done? And if for some reason I'm going to get called back, what would be those reasons? If they say, well, I'm really particular about my floors and I always call people back over my floors, that would be your hot button. That would be the area you want to make sure you never screw up, right? So basic conversation right up front is going to make a lot of this stuff go away. And then also, how do I get paid? Because I think you said she lived out of town. And if that's the case, you want to have her credit card on file so that you're not always chasing money and having these conversations back and forth, because that gets high maintenance for you as a business owner and it gets high maintenance for the customer. And if you are constantly chasing money as a business owner, that's what, 20 or 30 accounts that you're dealing with on a regular basis. That's going to be a full-time job just bill collecting, right? Which is one of the reasons that I really strongly recommend using a piece of software that has your one-click credit card processing. It makes it super easy. Hey, here's your invoice. Did you like what you saw today? Here's the checklist. Boom, boom, boom. They say, yes, it was awesome. And then you just click yes and it processes to your bank account. There's no writing checks. There's no wondering, like, did they leave me the check? Where is it? There's no running to the bank. There's no taking pictures of it with your phone so you can deposit it. It just goes right into your bank account with their credit card. It's awesome. Okay, so what happens from here is that this was a huge learning lesson. If nothing else, it was a $250 lesson, which is less than you're going to pay if you were to hire a coach, right? So it's a great lesson. If you have to eat the cost on this one, now you know from here for the next job, because I don't want this to ever happen to you again.